Hey, true believers, Englentine here with my weekly read, rank, and review of DC Comics. And yes, I have been asked, hey man, can you do this for Marvel Comics? And I'll just ask you, do you want to read Squirrel Girl every month? I thought not. But no, actually I may just, where I'll pick out 10 or 11 Marvel books or something like that. Why not? Can't promise it's going to happen every week because it's expensive, gang. That being said, you're going to, what you see passing by all the covers, these are the books that are going to be reviewed and ranked here. Going to do them from worst to best. And the star system is very easy. 1 is horrible, 2 is bad, 3 is good or average, 4 is good, and 5 is excellent. So, yeah, that's basically the rules of the game. They're short reviews just to give you an idea of what was felt or thought of, so it's not in depth. Some of these books I did do in-depth reviews, so check those out. And overall, I hope you like watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. So yeah, kick back, relax, enjoy, and let's get to work. The 1-star books are horrible, the god-awful, the ones you should avoid at all costs. Have you ever stubbed your pinky toe in the middle of the night up against the couch only to slip and fall and kind of break your arm as you crash into the coffee table? Reading this book is worse. This is horrible. There are things that will make you lose your faith in humanity, and the fact that DC Comics paid so much to get Brian Michael Bendis to destroy Superman in order also so he could bring crap like this is amazing. Amazingly sad. This book is death. Border Town, number 1. This is the kind of book that inspires you. This is the kind of book that makes you feel that things are going to be okay. This is the kind of book that makes you realize that while America Chavez is gone, at least we finally have a roast-worthy book. At least something is so amazingly offensive to the people it's trying to represent. Once again, presentation over representation that you can't help but point out and say, wow, this is bad. Now, you're going to be called a racist for pointing out the racism and how bad it is in Border Town. But holy crap, we have a roastable book again. The 2-star books are bad, merely bad. Maybe there's a saving grace to keep them from being truly horrible. Justice League number 7, subtitled Snyder Ran Out of Gas. Man, there's a scene in there where Flash is slowing down so he could beat the bad guys. And all of a sudden, here comes Black Manta in his ship and he causes trouble. And Aquaman says, I could stop him. And he goes out. And all they do is, it really felt like, oh, we need an extra page. Okay, well, let's cause an interruption and then we'll just go back to the story. And it's so blatant of an interruption just to fill out an extra couple of pages. It just took me right out of the story. The 3-star books are average. Either they didn't register with me or I liked them but not enough to recommend them. The Death of Superman Part 1. Part 1? Death of Superman Part... Oh, this is going to go on forever, isn't it? Chapter 6. Well, in all honesty, at the very least, this is a better chapter than the last 5. The story where Jimmy Olsen is hunting down Intergang tends to be a lot more exciting than the first 4 issues of Superman and the Monster of the Week. So hopefully this is the trajectory this story's going to go on. I have to admit, finally, the Death of Superman has crawled out of the 2 stars and into the 3-star region. Harley Quinn, number 49, wraps up this storyline, as a matter of fact. The last issue here, and it's pretty good. It has been. Now, Harley Quinn for me has been miss or miss a lot as far as the series is concerned. I've had a good story here or there, but overall, I could do without this book. I mean, if they canceled it tomorrow, I wouldn't be crying. I'm pretty sure, though, they've got some sort of plans for number 50 instead. It's fun, I guess. It's entertaining, but even though this is a decent wrap-up to the story, it's still nothing really to write home about. The Unexpected, number 4. So in this one, they have a piece of the weaponized nth metal. And the Signal and Huntress want it out of Gotham. So, well, they end up going to a different dimension where they are attacked. And while this book isn't exactly thrilling, I mean, this is definitely middle of the line or mid-tier book here. It's at least interesting. If it sounds like I'm kind of wishy-washy on the whole thing, it's because, in all honesty, I'm wishy-washy on the whole thing. It isn't. It is the yellow line down the middle of the road. You're not going to like it. You're not going to hate it. It's just there. The Dreaming, #1, is much better than the Sandman story that came out last month. It really is. That being said, I still haven't felt it yet. I don't have that, oh my gosh, the Sandman is back kind of, mainly because he's not. As a matter of fact, we're getting the same old story just told again and again. And I don't know. I want to like it more than I do. It seems okay. The character's pretty cool. I like the fact she can move in through dimensions for some reason and nobody really knows her nature, so I'm intrigued by that. But overall, I just haven't felt that sense of excitement that I thought I would from a new Sandman book. The 4-star books are good. They're legitimately good, and I am proud to recommend them to you. The Curse of Brimstone, #6, is one of the best of the New Age of Heroes books. So obviously it's going to be canceled soon, I'm sure. Either way, man, it really is good. In this case, you got Brimstone taking care of a whole bunch of demonic children. By that, I mean killing them. It really is just, oh my gosh, it sets a tone. It really does. This is one book that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are reading, but they should be, because it really invokes like 1970s horror Marvel, except for with better writing and art and coloring. There you go. It's just a really good book. Pick it up. United States vs. Murder, Inc. 1. Now, don't think for a second that it escaped my notice that in the credits page it says created by Brian Michael Bendis, not written by Brian Michael Bendis. And the thing that makes me think that it was not written by Brian Michael Bendis is because there's characterization. You get to know who the main characters are. You get to know what their motivations are. You get to know why and who and what they're doing. In no way, shape, or form does any of that exist in any other Brian Michael Bendis first issue. So I cannot believe this was written by him. This is a legitimately good book in the Jinx world. And so far, the other three have been shitballs. So, sorry, I'm not buying it that this was written by Brian Michael Bendis. But I will say, the second issue that I am looking forward to will prove to be a disappointment if Brian Michael Bendis actually did write it. Green Lanterns, 54. So Simon Baz makes it to Earth, then he opens up the vault. Of course, we already know who's in there from last issue. And Cyborg Superman. And it's a pure fight issue from start to finish. I mean, yeah, there's little interludes here and there, but ultimately, it's just Simon Baz fighting Cyborg Superman, all the while Cyborg Superman is monologuing how I did it and what I'm going to do with it. So, if that's your cup of tea, it's going to be really good. It was my cup of tea. I enjoyed it, but I do see the simplicity in it. Batman #54. So, I've always said King is hit and miss. I think he's more hit when he does play on the nostalgic heartstrings. And I think this story's kind of right up his alley, as you're basically seeing the relationship between Batman and Nightwing, both in the past and when he was Robin and today. It's a very entertaining book. The art is a little bit off this time around, though. I'm not a big fan of this cover either. But overall, I enjoyed this book. It's not the best, but it definitely will hold you until the next issue. Nightwing #48 or Death Race 2000. Now, granted, they're not killing people on the way, so that's not a real comparison. But it is one of those, I am racing to get to this area for a cause. In this case, they get to go into one area where they can ask a question and find out the answer, no matter what it is. And Nightwing wants to win so he could, download it into the bat frame or something like that. So it's kind of a silly story. It really is, but it's just absolute entertainment. It truly is a fun comic book. Green Arrow #44. Dude, I am enjoying this Citizen storyline. It's been really good, and it's something kind of a turnaround because Green Arrow is basically the social justice warrior of DC superheroes, or at least the famous ones. And he is up against the ultimate slap in the face social justice warrior, who even sees him as a problem. It's like like I said, it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate we eat our own if you step out of line storyline that basically anybody who's not a social justice warrior has been warning about. Deathstroke number 35, the end game. We finally get to see, basically it's just the culmination of what's been going on before, and we are given, or see that Batman and Deathstroke are given the ultimatum: work together or die. Because both of them are pretty beaten up. Deathstroke is not as worried because of his healing factor. So it's actually a pretty decent story. It's more character than action, although there is some action in here. You do get to find out basically all the unanswered questions. This has been a great run, and thankfully it ended well, and that's pretty cool too. The 5-star books are excellent. Now, they may not be Watchmen or Dark Knight quality, but man, they get the job done. Adventures of the Super Sons, number 2, continuing right where the first issue left off. Man, this is just, I'm very happy to say it's continuing the quality of the original series. It really is. I'm having a great time with this young version of the Injustice League. Now, granted, this is a Superboy issue, as we mostly see Damian tied up and unable to help him out, but we do get to see the heroism of Jonathan Kent. It's got great art, it's got great story, and as comics are supposed to be, it's just pure fun. So there you go, gang. That was the countdown. What did you think? Is there something I put too low that you think should be higher? Or was there something too high that you thought should be lower? Let me know in the comments below. What was your favorite DC comic book this week? Put that down in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, of course, get word out about the channel. That's always important. And don't forget, if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe and that notification bell. Cool things happen around these parts. Would hate for you to miss any of it. Also, this is the way we're trying to make a living. Not only this, but my Disney channel, Mad About the Mouse. And if you don't mind helping out the channels, go on over to Patreon. Drop $1 in the till. It's less than the price of a candy bar a month. And you can help us keep making videos for you. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.